I'd like you to kind of talk briefly about how naming works, and I'll give anecdote about how Virtual Patent Gateway came to become Virtual Patent Gateway. So in 2020, January 2020, I got a phone call from a client, and before my company actually exists. So I was actually at Busch Garden. This is not a joke. It's not a storytelling, but it is serious. I was actually at Busch Garden in Williamsburg, Virginia. And then I got a call from one of the clients and said, hey, when are you starting your business? I've heard that you are going to start a business. I'd like to hire you, but I don't have an LLC yet. So, so before I even form a business, people actually already know because I was pretty good at my work, so there were people that knew that I was going to come out and do consulting. And before that, I already have a name in mind, and it was going to be Virtual Patent Paralegal Alliance, because I was giving enough thoughts about something called unauthorized practice of law and making sure that it conveys in the business name that has the word paralegal, so it does not really convey that I'm doing legal consulting. So that's very important to me for ethical boundaries. So I've done my due diligence and I did my research and put it in the State Corporation Commission of Virginia and tried to plug it in and everything. All the times before, none of these names were, I did not receive any issues. So I'm like, oh, okay, it should be easy. Then I went on I think January 1st, I went on and it got rejected. And for some reason, I have no idea. I thought that maybe it was me. So I hired a service to duplicate the effort. And they said, no, it's getting rejected. And I'm like, what was the reason? So it turned out that they didn't like the word Paralegal Alliance. And so I was like, so I knew that I had to do virtual. I knew that I had to do patent. But what is the third word that I need to do? Well, in patent litigation, there is, and that's what I have been involved in, supporting patent practitioners for 20 years. And so I know there's something called claim construction. And that's when we put together dictionary terms to illustrate, which side has the better, claim construction. So I have done all of those stuff in terms of copying the dictionary, putting together exhibits. I'm like, I got together with a friend and said, hey, I need your help. I need brainstorming. So we both got online dictionary and decided to, I said that I cannot do Paralegal Alliance. I need something that is catchy and something that would just pass so that I could form an LLC. And we went on, and I was like, we're joking, and we were like, oh, let's go a little sci-fi direction, and maybe Galaxy, maybe something else. And I'm like, maybe we'll do Gateway. So we went online, Webster's online dictionaries, and I liked the actual definition, how that it has an opening. And it really, truly describes how my business had come to be. And I just thought that it was totally serendipity in that sense, but it was so much more appropriate and so much sexier than the Paralegal Alliance. Even though that I do on the website itself, I would make sure that I have the wording paralegal so that people know that I am not practicing law and my company does not practice law. It is supervised by licensed practitioners. So on that, let's take it away, Sasha. What's your process in terms of naming and, for example, innovation protocol? How did you come to do that? That was my story and yours.
Well, thanks for sharing that story, because that's the best way to learn, is from all of us sharing our business process and how we came to be what we are.